After the Seattle Seahawks traded Russell Wilson to the Broncos, it was assumed that the Seahawks would just cash it in, right? They're going to become a USFL team, a CFL team. They're just going to tank, maybe get Bryce Young in 2023. I mean, they're going to start Drew Lock. Like, what do they want them to do? But what if I told you that Pete Carroll and John Schneider may want to try and keep their jobs, and they may still want to be competitive in the NFC West and bring in potential, top four, top five-ish NFC quarterback in Kirk Jerome, Ezekiel Cousins. Let's get deep. So PFF put out a article talk about what are their options now that Russell Wilson, he gone. And an interesting nugget just sort of slid in there. So Kai was talking about there's also the possibility, though it's been described to me as doubtful, but non-zero, that Minnesota Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins, who has 1 year left on his current contract, could come available in a trade if he's not extended. Carroll loves Cousins, according to one source. Well, maybe it's because he played against him in all the previous years and won basically every year except for last season. Cousins spent the 2016 season in Washington with Seahawks offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. Not just Kevin O'Connell with Washington connection Shane Waldron, and he'd be cheaper to acquire than Wilson was for the Broncos. And the current draft picks that the Seahawks have, even though they gave up everything in the Jamal Adams trade, they got the number 9 overall pick from the Broncos. They have 2 second-round picks and also a high third-round pick. Plus, importantly, they have $49.9 million in cap space, so they can take on $35 million in salary cap from Kirk, Jerome, Ezekiel Cousins. Now, what would the Vikings do in this spot, right? I'm not interested in Drew Lock, so do not include the Pride of Mizzou in that trade. I think it starts and ends with number 9 overall, because then the Vikings, since they're clearly saying that, hey, we're moving on from Cousins, we're going to try and find the quarterback of the future. Maybe it's Kellen Mond. Maybe we get him in the draft. Maybe we sign up a interesting veteran bridge quarterback like Marcus Mariota, or No, and Mitchell Trubisky Ponder, or maybe Teddy. Hell, who really knows? And looking into the draft order, like we said, Malik Willis might go at 2 to Detroit. I think he really might. I think that he's a lock for the top 10. But if the Vikings do slide in at 9 and maybe get some extra draft capital, maybe they swap out a third or a fourth. Well, they don't have a fourth, but a third or a fifth for one of Seattle's 2 second rounders, and then they have the ammo to maneuver if they really want to go get their guy, whether that's Malik Willis, or whether that's Kenny Pickett, whether that's Desmond Ridder, Matt Corral, potentially, even though they could probably get him later on. And it would be really intriguing if the Vikings do have 2 top 12 picks where, hey, we can double dip, where maybe they don't even go quarterback. Maybe they wait until the second round, or maybe they're kicking the can till 2023. Maybe they do believe in Kellen Mond. But could you imagine getting Sauce Gardner at 9 and Jermaine Johnson at 12, or David Ojabo at 12? Just stanky, or Drake London with one of those 2 picks, or Linderbaum, or whatever. Either way, that would be a big time step for rebuilding this Vikings team in Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell's image. But we'll see. We'll see. I like this quarterback class. I don't love it. I'm not over the moon. I like Willis. I like Pickett. I like Ridder as well. So we'll see what happens. But Seattle, never say never. Even though it's said it's doubtful, Pete Carroll reportedly loves Kirk, Jerome, Ezekiel Cousins. Although I could easily see the Seahawks just taking whatever quarterback is there at 9, just full on tear down, rebuild, and just try and reboot from there. Even though Pete's like 70 years old. Like, how many rebuilds does he have in him, man? I don't really know. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Kirk Cousins, Seahawks, ? Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.